right, going live in 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is Soaking Up Spilled Ink with Rachel. We're up to episode number 11. How are you doing this evening, Rachel?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm okay. I see in the weather, it looks like you might be hitting. They're calling for another big winter storm for you this weekend. Is that what I'm?
Yeah, mostly going to be ice, I think. It looks like a big, nice, big ice storm.
Oh, I hope you hope everything's okay for you.
It's supposed to rain
They're
all day
calling just for
tomorrow.
heavy rain for us down here, so a little
Hmm.
warmer this time for us. The that last storm,
Yeah.
but did the last storm? Did we talk about that last one where it was supposed to
Hmm.
be like? And I don't know if I said anything. Yeah, it was before our show. I think it took place
Hmm.
after our show. And I got like an inch of snow, and then it just melted away pretty quickly the following day. So it was pretty much nothing.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. This one's supposed to, like you said, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. And then Friday morning from like 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., it's supposed to go from like 40 degrees to like 20 degrees. So it's just going to completely
Mm.
freeze. So we're going to have at least an inch layer of ice, probably more than an inch layer of ice, which is just not going to be fun to deal with at all.
No, no, not at all. So, well, I hope everything's safe for you up there. So.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm not planning on going anywhere, even though I really need a new tire because when I was out on Monday, my tire basically exploded.
Oh, oh,
There's like a giant hole in it. Like I was going to fill it up and go home because I had a friend that borrowed my tire iron, so it wasn't in my car. I couldn't, so I didn't have a way to put my donut on. So I like limped to a gas station and I thought, okay, I'm like 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes from home. If I can fill it up here at this gas station, I'll be able to get home and change and put the donut on so I can go buy a new tire. But I couldn't do that because it completely blew out, like completely. Like there's a huge hole punched in the side of my tire. I have no idea how it happened.
Mm.
Luckily, the gas station was a small garage, and they were able to put my donut on
Like
for
you,
me. But now I have to deal with buying new tires.
oh, you broke up a little bit. You said luckily, and then something about the garage.
Oh, yeah, luckily there was a garage right next to the gas station that I went to. And they were able to put the tire on for me.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you might have had maybe a broken belt or so. Well, you said it was on the side of the tire that blew out, so I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I don't know how
That's interesting.
that, it was kind of
I've seen
crazy.
tires where the belts will break and it's like the whole thing just kind of separates and comes apart. But that sounds like so. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not even.
I have a picture of it here. Wait, let me pull the picture up because it's weird.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna switch my internet connection to see if I can get a better, more
Okay. And
stable.
by the way,
It might
just let-
click
just
me
let
out
you know,
here.
you are breaking up periodically. So just let you know
Yeah,
about
I'm
that.
gonna switch my internet.
Okay. And while Rachel is doing that, we'll bring up OD. Good evening, friends. Z Moon and Rachel. And Rachel will be back in a second here. So as soon as she comes back, she'll let us know. And Odie says, "Hey, I got the opportunity to watch the first episode of Ted Lasso, and I liked it. Yeah, I liked it too. It's a pretty good show. So I'm only up to episode 3 myself. So as soon as Rachel gets back on, we can talk about that. I think she said she's watched all the episodes, all the episodes that are currently available. So I think there's like one season left to go. So the
All right, let's see.
I hear you
Can you
now.
hear me now?
Hear you fine.
Oh, I heard you for a second. Okay. I think
Okay.
I'm back in business here.
Okay. I hear you saying, okay, we're back in business. So, okay. By the way,
All right.
OD was saying
That's
good
good.
evening to us. Saying hi.
No, go ahead.
You go.
Sorry.
Okay. And then he was just saying that he had the chance to watch Ted Lasso. So he really liked it. The first episode anyway. So, oh, are you there? Uh-oh.
Hmm.
There you are. I think I hear you.
I don't know what's going on with it or why it's deciding to not work because I feel like we have a huge delay now.
That's interesting. Um, I, I'm,
Because I
did you
talk
want,
and then I hear myself talk on yours.
oh, it's weird. Okay. Maybe I turn my headphones down a little bit. That's weird. I'm not sure why you would hear it coming back like that. How about now?
not sure.
No, you're real quiet. Oh, don't hear you at all.
I don't.
Oh, there
I
you go.
don't know.
You want to try to disconnect, like, and
Okay.
log back in again? Yeah, why don't you try that? See if that helps.
All right. All right. I'll try that.
Yeah. All right. While we're doing that, we'll just so OD says you said you like the show. So are you going to I guess anyone else out there as well? Do you plan on watching the rest of the show? Oh, one second. Looks like she's back. Okay.
And let's try it.
Okay. How about now? Do you hear yourself coming back now?
No.
Okay. Hopefully that did it.
All right. Perfect. So, okay. Would you like to see the hole in my tire?
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me share this. Share screen. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
I have no idea how that even happened.
Wow. It's like
Yeah.
almost like you didn't hit anything, did you? Looks like
Not that I know of.
Hmm.
But there was this, you can see there was a nail here, a big screw or something, but it's not in the same spot where there's like a tear or anything. So I don't know how it could have happened.
Did you damage the rim, the wheel at all?
Not that I can see that not that I can tell, because I
Okay.
did have to like drive it like down just a few seconds down the road to get to the gas station, and then from the gas station across to the garage. So,
Okay. Well, hopefully,
but
hopefully, hopefully it's just a tire because those wheels can cost they can
I
cost a lot of money
know.
nowadays. So I looked at the prices for the wheels on the car I just purchased, and they wanted about $500 each. So,
Oh no, yes, I definitely don't want that. I don't want that. It's
so
bad enough I'm gonna have to pay for a tire.
yeah, I know. And even tires nowadays, because they're all low profile tires, are even more expensive. So,
Yeah. I
so.
saw a range of like $50 to $300. I was like, that's not a helpful range.
No. The tires are just well, obviously everything's low profile back in the, I hate to say the good old days, but back in the 80s the tires were not low profile, so they were much cheaper. So, and then rims were also, the wheels were steel wheels, so if you had a steel wheel, well, they still make cars with steel wheels, but those were pretty cheap, so you get those for like maybe $25. So everything's just so pricey nowadays.
Oh, yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
It's very upsetting.
Let's see. Odie comes back and says, I confess that I got interested because of the review you guys did last week. I think we'll watch the whole season. Oh,
Oh, you should. It's really good. Season 2 is out as well, and then they're making a season 3, and that'll be it. And um, I just heard about an interview. I haven't watched it myself yet, so I have to watch that one. But I heard that one of the writers had said that they they had originally wanted all 3 seasons to come out all at once, even though they know that's not how television works, because it's more like watching a long movie.
oh,
So I'm very excited for season 3, and I'm also very excited about the fact that they're doing it like this. They have 3 seasons, and that's going to be it. You know, it's a really defined show. I like that there's not like filler nonsense or anything like that. I just really respect when they can tell a story and they don't have to keep going just for the sake of going.
right. Yeah. I was talking about The Simpsons earlier, and yeah, The Simpsons is one of those shows that should have been canceled a long time ago. So it keeps on going and going and going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole idea is, yeah, there are shows out there I watch and I like, and it's like, yeah, it does get to a point where you're like, okay, this should have ended, and yeah, that's yeah, but 3 seasons though, it's kind of short, isn't it? Most shows got like at
Yeah,
least
it is
4
kind
now.
of short, but yeah, they have, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should have had more to say to that, but no. Yeah, it is kind of short, but it's a defined story. It's longer than a movie for sure, so they get to tell a lot more than they would have if it was just a movie. So I kind of like it.
The does it as the show progresses, does it seem like they had a plan in mind? So
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I've watched shows where you can tell they didn't really have a plan in mind, but the writers will say, "Oh, we had a plan all along." It's like as you get to the end, it's like the ending is like Battlestar Galactica. It's like
Oh, yeah.
well, they didn't really say they had a plan all along. They had a general idea. So I'll
Mhm.
give them some credit there. But the last season, I just didn't like the last season. But it was very
Mhm.
obvious that once they stopped rewriting the original show from 1978, the show just kind of went downhill for me and some other people. I know some people still liked it, but there was a good chunk
Mhm.
of people that didn't like it after that. So, but yeah, there was no planning on that one. Just the general outline, but no major planning. So.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Well, let's check our question from last week. So we got a
Yes.
pretty decent response. Hold on a second. Let me bring this up here. Let's see. I saw Udi's response on there. Sorry. What would you rather be, lion or panda? With 2,000 votes, pretty decent. 84% with lion and only 16% with panda. Not very much. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see.
And then I am human and I don't want to be anything else. Also good. Microorganisms, fun.
Huh?
Bet that everyone that chose lion is a kid. Interesting. Damn you and your tough questions. A lot of model girls compare themselves to lions and panthers and tigers. That's why I choose panda. Rather a panda, they're cute. King of the animals with a little lion emoji. I like pandas and lions. What kind of poll is this? Obviously, a majority pick lion because it's badass. Sure.
Let me see the responses.
I'd rather be a lion because most of them don't live in zoos and are free, I guess. Or possibly because lions are extremely strong animals. Pandas are pretty strong too. Bears are strong. I'd want to be an ant.
So getting back to that wait for a second. The pandas, how are they? In what range would you be? Like grizzly strong, like grizzly bear strong,
I
or
have no idea. I
oh,
can't
okay,
imagine. I mean, I guess I'm just imagining that a panda is still going to be stronger than a human by a
yeah,
lot.
you're right. But he does bring up a point there because pandas are. I would for me at least, I would think a lot of other people they probably think of them cute and cuddly first. So you're right.
Yeah.
I don't think you're right. They probably, I guess, on the wild, they probably wouldn't be something you'd want to tangle with. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
So what was that? The what next one was I would like to be an ant. So
Yes, an ant. Ooh, a panda that knows kung fu. Kung fu panda. Of course, I choose panda because my stand is Panda Express. All right, there you go.
let's see.
Nani, a stando user? Oh, interesting. I wonder what that is.
I don't
My
know.
stand is Panda Express. I mean, I know Nani means what, but I don't know what a stando is.
Don't know.
No idea. Is human an option? Sure. Pandas seem to have a more relaxing lifestyle. I think we read that one, the pandas with the more relaxing lifestyle. And we were
Yeah,
talking about how lions are pretty chill too.
yeah. Yeah.
Unlike a lion, since pandas are omnivores, like most bears, they don't really have a food shortage problem. Moreover, killing pandas is punishable by death in China.
Is it
Yeah.
really? Oh, is that real?
I
Oh,
I imagine it would be. China's kind of crazy, and pandas are like a pretty big deal
endangered?
over there.
Are they endangered?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Wow. That's a pretty strict law. They don't have anything like that in the United States for any animal. I don't think.
No,
Not that strict. I mean, you can get punished.
not that strict, but yeah, no. I mean, it is China, so
Wow. Does China
they
have
do
any
have.
other laws about killing other animals? I'm just curious.
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, let's see.
That's that's interesting. The is it but is it because of what is the reason? Because I don't know. I'm just curious as to
I
why.
mean, I think you can only find pandas in China that I'm aware of,
Right.
and we've talked about how China owns all of the pandas in the world,
Right.
and uh, so I imagine killing one of them is pretty crazy. Obviously, if it's punishable by death, let's see.
It's interesting. It's just I'm just kind of figure out why would there be such a strict law about that?
Capital punishment in China can be imposed on crimes against national symbols and treasures, such as killing pandas
Wow. Oh, okay.
or stealing cultural relics.
Wow. Certain cultural.
Because, yeah,
Wow.
I
Jeez.
imagine like a Ming vase or something, if you stole it or broke it. I don't know.
Wow. That's a pretty stiff penalties there. Well, let's see.
Hmm.
And I don't want to see pandas get killed either. Of course, I've always
Right. But yeah,
pretty stiff.
it's kind
What
of
do you
kind of
think?
crazy.
Wouldn't it be pandas are in the process of extinction? Yeah, that's
Yeah, I imagine that's a big part of it as well.
so. Alrighty. Anything else you'd like to add to this? I I do say I do say probably the one commenter might have been right. There's a lot of kids that probably participate, so they would think the lion would be more ferocious or more
Mm,
aggressive or more I don't
just
know.
more cool.
Yeah, more cool. Yeah, yeah. So, but
Yeah.
okay. So we had a what did you want to do for the question for this evening?
For the question for this evening, since Ted and Trent Krim go have some very spicy Indian food, what kind of do you like spicy food? I guess, or what do you think? Do you like spicy food, or how hot can you handle it? I
You
don't.
like
I feel like do you like spicy food is a more succinct question.
spicy spicy EY? No, just
No,
why.
just why?
You like spicy food? That's it.
Yeah, let's go. Make it simple. We can
No
have.
sub, no like little question below, like ask leave a comment or maybe
I think people always leave a comment, or I mean, comment your favorite dish or something, favorite high spicy dish, or what's the spiciest thing you've ever eaten? How about that? Let's go with that.
oh yeah, that's good. Spiciest food you ever eaten, and we'll put leave a comments.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I think that's good enough.
yeah. So we can just go with,
I guess yes.
well, yeah, yes and no, or we can just go with like I said, we can go with no spice at all, mild, medium, and hot as possible.
Oh, okay. No spice. Okay, no spice at all. Mild.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe put a capital in there. Medium.
Yep, you're still on the same line.
Oh, don't say line. Okay. Okay, there we go.
And as hot as possible, I guess we can go with.
Hot as possible. Oops. Okay. IBL. There we go. Okay. And anything else?
No, I don't think so. But
Maybe I
it's
don't care.
possible two S's. No, I
Oh,
don't like the I don't care option.
okay. Maybe I don't like spicy food, or you want to leave that on?
Well, there's no spice at all is on the top. So
Okay, that's true.
yeah, possible is
Okay.
two
Yeah, I
S's.
couldn't. Yeah, there were two. I just couldn't see it from where I was sitting. I thought it worked. I
Yeah.
thought I typed it twice. Okay. Do you like spicy food? What's the spiciest food you've ever eaten? Okay. Look good?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right. So,
Yeah. I'm usually kind of like medium, like in the middle there. Because I like a little bit of spice, but not like I don't want to burn my face off.
yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
It's depends. I mean, I can take it or leave it, I guess. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. So it's not really a big deal. I know my dad, he hates spicy food. So it's getting to my
Mm-hmm.
family. So for a while, I think, I was like against it only because I was a kid. I was like going along with what my parents would say. So, but
Mm,
as an adult, it's like, it's not, mostly it's more like, yeah, it's sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Not a big deal. As long if it gets too hot, yeah, I might be a little bit like maybe not so much. So
okay. Okay.
I had some spicy chicken recently. It wasn't bad. So I actually made it taste a little better. So normally I have regular chicken with no spice. So it just added
Hmm,
some. So that's good.
cool.
Yep. Alrighty. So what did you say? You said you're like, oh, how did you say that again? You're like,
I'd go medium for myself because
medium.
a good kick is fine, but I don't want to die eating something.
Alrighty. Cool. Now, how about the people? What do you think about people who eat spicy food? They're like like you said, hot as possible.
Well, my mom is actually one of those people. She'll eat something until like she's sweating and she's like crying from how hot it is, and she just loves it. Like tears are leaking out of her eyes. She's full on sweating. She'll just keep eating whatever spicy thing is in front of her. I don't know how she does it because it's crazy to me, but yeah, no, she'll eat anything.
Oh, oh,
I was in Trader Joe's and I saw ghost pepper salsa and I got that for her and she loves it.
oh, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm curious how people can. I mean, is it more of a desire? Just how should I say it? Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Or
like a
just,
thrill seeker kind of thing,
yeah,
maybe
that's what I was
people
wondering
can.
too. Yeah, yeah. Do you like? Yeah, do you like to live dangerously? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I there's some of that stuff. It can be really, really hot. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's. I could probably take super hot once in a while, but yeah, definitely not on any kind of regular basis. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
alrighty. So this evening's show leading up to spicy food is so that's the topic of this evening of the show we're going to review. And now I watched this a week ago, so I forgot about that. So let me bring this up
Oh,
here.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. They just go out and have some spicy food here.
All right. So this title that let me bring this up. The episode is called Trent Krim, the Independent. Is that right?
Trent Krim. Yes. Trent
Gotcha.
Krim, the Independent.
And just in case you're wondering, I have IMDb up so I
Oh, you
can look
got
at
the IMDb up.
my
Okay.
little
Cool.
cheat sheet there. So,
Cool. Cool. Cool.
all right. So, now as with no, so far I've only seen up to this episode. I've not seen any more, and so far
Okay.
I still like it just as much, and I still appreciate you turning me on to the show. So
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
I do want to watch more, but I'd like to pace myself as to so we can watch it. If we're going to do any more reviews, I'm
Yeah.
more caught up. So I don't want to jump too far ahead as far as what we're doing here.
Okay. Okay.
So as the show begins, what's going on? Let's see. Let me see here.
So this time we open on Rebecca. She's having a good morning and she finally gets her paper. She gets her tea. And now she's sitting here going through the paper looking for that picture of Ted and Keeley that she had Higgins set up. And she has Siri call shithead, which is what she has Higgins in her phone as.
But what? No, who's this guy right here? Who's this guy? I'm sorry, the guy that's on the him right here.
Him?
Who's that?
Higgins.
Yeah.
He's the director of football operations.
Okay. I forgot.
So yeah,
Was he in the first two episodes? I forgot.
Yes, he was. He's been there the whole time.
Yeah, you have to excuse me only because I'm watching these spaced out, so I'm not spaced.
Yeah.
A lot of time between them is what I mean. So.
Yeah, so he knows about Rebecca trying to like tank the team and like all that kind of stuff. And she's using him, and she gave him a promotion so that he would stay and do what she wanted him to do.
Gotcha. So
she's really upset about that, not being able to find that, trying to still wanting to have that be posted. And in walks Ted with the biscuits, and she just takes them from him, just starts devouring them.
So the biscuits this time, I know in show the character likes them, but as you said last week, the show the woman that plays the part does not like them, and
right.
Didn't you say they did something to make them better as the show progressed?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I think I think it took them to season 2 to actually make them taste good, because like I imagine, because they were just kind of hanging around on set, like they had made like a whole batch for the week of filming, so like by the time she's actually eating them for a scene, they taste terrible.
Yeah. So couldn't you keep them? Is there a way to keep them fresh? I'm kind of curious. I mean, how long?
I mean, in a Ziploc bag, but it's still not going to taste as good as fresh baked cookies.
Yeah. I used to I did an internship back in the late 90s, and one of the promotional things one of the local bakery shops would bring bagels, and you had to eat those things as soon as they got there, otherwise they were rock hard by the end of the show. The show was like 4 hours long, and if you got them toward the end of the show, forget it. It's just too nasty. So I can I can relate to that. So
yeah, so they have a little conversation. And she's like, I don't have time for this. He's still trying to like win her over. And she just kind of is trying to shove him out.
Mhm. Now we got to the
Yes.
intro. Let's get past that.
So
All
now
right,
they're
there we go.
talking about their plays and
No,
everything.
before we
Yeah,
get
go
too
ahead.
far, I know without giving too much away, I guess. This character, I forget his name, of course, but is he
Beard.
going Beard? That's right, Beard. Right, that's easy to
Mm-hmm.
remember. Is he going to be? I think you might have said he's going to have a more prominent role because he seems to be more on the side most of the time. So,
He is more on the side, but he's very important to Ted and Ted's development, and also, I mean, he does develop a bit more as a character, and he'll have his own episode and everything in the next season, so that you get more of an idea of his character and everything. But he's really important to Ted's development, I think.
okay, so it basically a character is written as to be not really to be a focus of the show, so much just to make sure Ted has something to build upon, I guess, in some way, I guess
Hmm.
maybe.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
alrighty. Yeah, because I was wondering because he seems like he might be kind of interesting, but it's like he never really.
He's very interesting, and you slowly see more about him as it goes on. It's pretty cool to see.
Okay, all right. So we're going through looks like some sort of play-by-play here.
Yeah, they're talking about their defense, and he just kind of wipes it all away, and he's like, "Do you know why I did that? Because I'm a visual. I learn better with visuals." And he's trying to, so he erases all of it because it stinks. And then they're talking about they're officially on the hunt for new ideas.
So I played. I don't know if I said this before. I played soccer when I was a kid. I was forced to play it, but my parents didn't like it. So
Yeah, me, same.
yeah. So and I was just I know the basics of it, but it's just yeah, it's just I
Yeah.
kind of figured out when I see soccer. It's probably because I was forced to play it when I was a kid so often. So
Yeah, I was as well. I was as well. So this is when they're saying they're officially on the hunt for new ideas, and Nate overhears, and he like is kind of like, "Oh, well, no, yes, maybe."
oops, I had the sound on. Let me turn that down a little. So there we go.
Yeah.
So and that's and Nate. Yeah, let me bring Nate up here so we can see him here. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nate is the kit man, it's called, basically like team manager, water
He's the
boy
manager.
kind of a thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I don't know. They call it kit man. They call it manager. They call it a bunch of different things. I imagine it's kind of like water boy kind of a deal. Like he gets the team's water. He cleans up the room. He gets to make sure all of their shoes are in good condition, kind of a thing.
oh, okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, he's called manager, but I'm not sure if it's like, but his official title is Kitman. It's called.
Gotcha. When you say manager, I thought maybe he got a promotion or something because I'm thinking
No,
he's like
no, no,
higher up or something. So okay,
no.
good.
It's a little bit different in the UK, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay. So, but he's obviously he's being he's I like how he treats Ted treats with a higher level of respect. So
Mhm.
so
Yeah. So then he's like, "Well, I have an idea," and Ted takes the idea and hands it to him, and he's like, "All right, well, we'll try it." Nate is very surprised that Ted's actually gonna try his idea.
and he's oh there we go. Okay, that's what he's pulling out right now. Okay, got it.
Yeah, he's got a play that he's been working on.
All right. So
Yeah.
oh,
Well, he's got a bunch of different papers, and he was trying to find the right one.
I could relate to that. And before about up to about maybe 10, 15 years ago, I used to scribble things like that all the time. But ever since then, I usually just type it out on like a Word document on my computer and save it on my document nowadays. So it's but yeah, I can relate to what he's doing right there, very much so. So okay.
Yeah. And he's
Oh,
like, "Oh, it's nothing," and I don't know, and hands it to Ted, and they're like, he's like, "Do you think it'll work?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know, I don't know." And then they're like, "Well, we can't hear people that don't believe in themselves. So what, tell me again, you think this will work?" And then he's like, "Yes, I do." When he's all confident. And then they both like, let's yeah, they
yeah.
both react like so perfectly together, and it's like not even planned. It's just there's Ted and Beard are just so in sync that they react the exact same way. And he's like, we can't hear you if you're not confident in yourself. You think it's gonna work? And he says, yes, I do. And here they like both like,
Yeah.
whoa, you're screaming at us. And it's just so cute, like how in sync that Ted and Beard just always are. And I love it. I love it so much.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, and then he's explaining it, and then Ted's like, "All right, let's try it." Excuse me, sorry. And Nate's just so like, "Oh my god, you're actually gonna try it?" And Ted's like, "Yeah, we'll try it on, see if it fits, see if it works." And Nate is just so like flabbergasted that he's actually like being listened to.
okay. Alrighty. And and Beard looks like he's probably just
Yeah,
trying
he's
to
reading the play, trying to read it. Yeah, I guess.
because it looks like he's highly concerned.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. I just gotta do one thing. Sorry to get distracted here.
No, it's okay.
There we go. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. So as we go along. All right. So
Yeah. He's like, let's try it. Tells them
now
to strut a little bit, and then they're going to go out to the field.
right.
Yes, and they get intercepted by Keeley and Jamie.
Right.
And Keeley's like, "Hey, Ted, can I talk to you for a second? This is going to be in the Sun tomorrow." But she has a friend that was able to stop it for a day just so that she would have some warning about this is happening. Prepare for it, basically.
Okay. And yeah, but they canceled that in the last show, right? So
yeah, they cancel it. I mean, they go talk to Rebecca about it, and she's like, "Oh, I can get that stopped." So like, she's freaking out about it, and she doesn't know what to do. And Ted's just like, "Well, let's go see what we can do. Let's talk to Rebecca. We'll be able to fix it. It'll be fine."
So now you're talking on this episode they're going to talk, right? Not the previous.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Okay,
and then she's like, "Get somebody to run the story about Ted and Keeley." And then Ted and Keeley burst in and show her the picture, and they're like, "This is going to be in the Sun tomorrow." And she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I know somebody. I can get it stopped right away." And Keeley's like so grateful and everything. So the picture doesn't actually go out. They get it to be stopped. And now she's like asking Higgins if they can trace the picture to her. And he's like, "Yes." And she's like, "Well, didn't you use like an alias or a burner phone?" And he goes, "I'm not a spy. I'm the director of football operations." And she goes, "And you're equally proficient at both." And he's like, "Well, thank you." Oh, wait.
What's the harm with the picture? I mean, it's not. She's not. Is she well? She's well known. No, she is well known, right? I
Yeah,
forgot
she's famous. Yeah, so
Okay.
she's like Instagram model famous, kind of. So she's got like a lot of following like that. I've never got clear on exactly what she did, but she's in a lot of like commercial. She does a lot of commercial work. She's Instagram model and Snapchat kind of following and that kind of stuff. So she's like one of those internet famous for that kind of thing.
I guess
so it could definitely kind of throw a wrench into her relationship with Jamie. It can, hurt her career a little bit if it looks like she's cheating on her boyfriend, that kind of a thing.
I guess maybe to accept because he's married too, right? I forgot about that. So
yeah, he's married too. Yeah.
Okay, that's true. Okay, got it. Yeah, and the picture, obviously the picture that's severely lacking any context. So
right, yeah, it absolutely. It just kind of looks real bad.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the new play that is it Nate?
Yep, the new play that Nate used, and it's basically using Jamie as a decoy to get the other team to follow Jamie so that they all think that Jamie's going to be the one to kick the goal, and then Jamie passes it to somebody else to actually get the goal. And Nate's really excited to see his play out on the field for the first time, something he thought of.
And let's see.
And I love this too. And they're like, "That was great. Let's practice. We're going to do a run around the field. Anybody that loses to me and Beard has to, I don't even remember, has to like run 10
Oh,
more laps or something, and then they both just bolt off.
this guy right here with the frizzy hair. That's
Hmm.
that's what my hair looked like when I was younger. So, right, very frizzy long hair like that. So,
Oh, that's great.
so, let's see.
Because
Anyway, I just had to point out because my mine was bright red, more like reddish in color, but otherwise. So anyway, they're going.
it's still pretty good.
Let's see. Oops. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had to run around and do. I'm sorry. What was the lap again?
Yeah, just laps. I don't know. They're gonna race around the field and he said anybody that loses to him has to do like 10 more laps or something
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
crazy.
Yeah.
After that, I thought it was so silly that they just bolt off like that and half the guys
Yeah.
have to follow them.
Mm. Yeah. There you go.
There they go. And they're all like,
Yeah, I
wait,
don't want to say too much.
I
Okay,
love
now
how
we get
far
to.
out in front of him he is too. He's pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah, you can see Ted all the way up there in front of everybody.
right. Yeah, there you go. Yes.
He's
So,
doing pretty good.
coach has got to be in shape too. So I know
But
going back to my soccer days when I was a coach, my soccer coach was not in shape. That's for sure. So he just did. He did it as a part-time thing. He was a full-time electrician. He just wanted to do it. I don't know. I guess because his kids were
Oh.
on his son was on the team, so I guess he wanted to do it to be like a
Mhm.
part-time, the local youth club kind of a thing. So
Oh, that's cool. Very
yeah.
cool. Yeah, so
So
they're
this
all
is where they
messing
get
with
all messing with. This is where they get the
Nate,
book,
yeah.
right?
I
Yeah.
think that's where they get the
Oh,
books,
this is
yeah.
what. This is where they mess with. Oh, okay, I thought that was the previous episode. Okay, I forgot about
No,
this.
yeah,
This is where
they're mess a little bit, and then, yeah, now he's talking to them
yeah.
about yeah.
Okay.
And this is where they get the books,
Yeah.
the books. So,
And each one gets a different book. It looks like.
yeah,
So,
Roy gets A Wrinkle in Time. Jamie gets The
all right.
Beautiful and the Damned, and Sam gets, I can't remember what Sam gets.
Let me go back a little bit here. There we go.
Oh, I just had it too.
What
Orson
gets?
Scott Card's something.
Yeah. Let's see. No, it doesn't say.
I think it is it's Ender's Game. Yeah, Ender's Game for Sam, and The Beautiful and the Damned for Jamie. And I don't know what everybody else got, but I so badly want to know what everybody else got.
So what is this book? Orson Scott Card.
Ender's
Did you
Game.
just Ender's
Ender's
Game?
Game.
Okay, I'm not
Mhm.
familiar with that one. I know Wrinkle in Time. I definitely know that. But what is Ender's Game? What's the significance
Mhm.
for?
Yeah, Ender's Game is about a guy that's a kid basically that's chosen to save the world somehow. I don't remember all of the details of it, but yeah.
Okay. Did they explain? Did they explain A Wrinkle in Time to the person who got that one?
Yeah, yeah. Later he kind of glosses over. He asks what it's about, and actually Trent Krim is the one that tell him that it's about a young girl's journey of leadership as she travels through space. Ah, there we
Hmm.
go. And Jamie gets The Beautiful and the Damned,
Yes. There you go. Okay.
or Beautiful and Damned.
Alrighty.
So, but Jamie immediately throws his away.
And which one did he get?
And
I'm sorry. Was it the
Roy or Jamie?
one that threw it away? Which book did he get?
Jamie, he got The Beautiful and Damned
Beautiful. Okay,
by
thank you.
F. Scott Fitzgerald. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then
So
Roy comes in to say, they're messing with Nate. And Ted's like, yeah, I know. And he's like, okay, so you're going to do something about it? And he's like, no. And he's like, what are you talking about? Why aren't you going to do anything about it? And he's like, well, when the teacher tries to make bullying better, it just makes it worse, which is very true. So then he's like, you're not going to do anything about it. And Roy's like, no.
it,
And he gets mad and walks away.
let's see it's kind of strange. I mean, this is something it's maybe would see with like kids.
Right, but
But
I mean, it's also kind of true. Like, he's saying, when a teacher or, somebody like that tries to that it
You're
always makes it worse. And so he's trying to push. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
you
am
are
I
cutting
cutting
out a
out?
little bit again. You did it twice, so just to let you know. So
Oh, sorry.
yes, but yeah, go
I
ahead.
don't know why it's like that. I'm not sure. I think it's my internet, to be honest. It's really kind of terrible.
It's okay. You're talking about how yeah, obviously I think you're gonna lead up to the point where basically people have to learn how to defend themselves, essentially, right?
That kind of thing, but he also wants to push Roy to be the one to
Yeah,
do it because Roy is the team captain and he's the one that can make the difference because, Ted coming in and doing it isn't he didn't I don't think Ted feels like his him saying it would have the weight of Roy doing something about it.
yeah.
He's also trying to push Nate to have a little more confidence in himself and stand up for himself. But he's trying to push Roy a little bit to be a little more. I don't know. Roy's kind of closed off, and he's trying to open him up a little bit more to the rest of the team and everything like that. And
Mhm.
I when Roy walks away, Beard's like, "Why are you trying to rile him up?" And Ted's like, "He's the one, coach. If we get him, we're in. We got.
Mhm. So before we go too far, OD says he's just paying attention. That's cool. And we got Oi. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name there.
Caleb Gunclaves, it looks like.
Cool. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, but I mean, it's picking on other people at that level at that age. It just seems like I don't know. Don't you think it's a little odd? They'd be that much
I don't
rasp.
know. I mean, kind of, but you got to think Roy is the oldest one on the team by at least 10 years. The rest of them are all like between 18 and 21, They are
Yeah.
kind of kids.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. It's.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. It does seem like, but yeah, you think I'm trying. It is. I guess I'm thinking it's supposed to be like a professional team, and you think
Yeah,
I
but I
guess they're.
mean,
Yeah, I can see what you're saying now. I can see.
professional athletes are
Yeah.
always young. They are pretty young usually. And I found what he says. It says if we're gonna make an impact here, the first domino that needs to fall is right inside that man's heart.
Hmm.
And he's talking about Roy there.
Yeah. So Roy is older.
Yeah. So mhm.
I didn't realize that. Okay. So
Yeah.
he's
So he was originally on another team. They call him the Chelsea Hardman because he was on the Chelsea team
okay.
years ago, and he was really good. And so he's been in this game a really long time. Like, so if he was on another team 8 years ago, like he's been in this a while. So he's older than most of these guys by at least at least 5 to 10 years.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. So let's
So
see.
then he goes to confront Jamie. And
Oh,
I
right,
like
right, right.
this one too. He comes up to Jamie and he's like, "Hey, can I do something?" And then Jamie just goes right into talking about his workout routine. And Roy's like, "I don't give a shit what you lift, you pretty boy." And then Jamie is genuinely confused. He's like, yeah, you do, because you asked." He's like so dumb. I don't know why that makes me laugh. He's just a sweet idiot, but he's not sweet. He's kind of a jerk. So, but he's just, I don't know. He's just so genuinely dumb. And then
Those shoes are distracting. Those bright
oh
yellow
yeah, the
shoes
bright
they catch me every time. So
yellow shoes.
so
Mhm.
but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't. I mean, then they're like, and then Isaac is like, "Oh hey, are you coming to the club tonight?" And Roy's all, in the same tone of chipper. He's like, "Oh, will you be there?" And Isaac's like, "Of course." And he's like, "Well, then f no." I don't know. I just love this show. Sorry. And then he tells him to keep messing.
Keep
Jamie tells the other two to
I'm
keep
sorry,
messing with
your
me.
brother keep
Yeah.
messing with them. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Jamie tells the other two to keep messing with Nate,
Oh, keep
even though
messing with
Roy
me.
just told him to stop.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
and the little scene here with Higgins, is that right, his name? And
Higgins. Yep. Higgins and Rebecca. So she's like, she's trying to figure out a better way to destroy Ted's credibility. And Higgins is the follower, and she's like, nope. He
yeah.
just turns away. Yep, you're right. Okay, bye.
More biscuits.
More biscuits. Yep. And then she tells him that, she got the paper to not run the photo, and that to appease them, she had told them that Ted would agree to a one-on-one interview, and it happens to be with Trent Krim of The Independent.
Oh,
Because I
right.
guess
Yeah,
the
that guy.
Sun and The Independent are owned
All right. Okay. Now I
company
gotta
or
say,
people
this
or
guy,
whatever.
he has grayish hair.
Mhm.
He has a kind of a youngish quality to him, even though he looks older at the same time. Not really old, but he has like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
young and old. Like, it's kind of interesting how how it comes across like that. So,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
would never be able to put an age to him if you asked me. I have no idea. He could be in his 30s, he could be in his 50s. I have no idea.
yeah. So, yeah. So, but yeah, so this guy, now is this guy, does he like, I can't remember. He, does he,
Oh, see, now you cut out for me,
oh,
so.
okay. Okay. Sorry about that. So does
Mm.
he like the team? Does he like Ted? What is his general attitude about him as we go along here?
I mean, you can kind of see from this episode that he cares about the team, and that the team means something to the community, and he supports the community, and which is why you kind of get the vibe that he's a writer so that he can give his community the truth, and he does care about the team and the community around the
Okay.
team as well. And he doesn't know how he feels about Ted just yet, until we kind of like go through this whole interview process, because he says this team means something to people, and I don't know that you're taking that seriously. And then Ted kind of like talks to him about, as we go through this in the interview, and Ted's talking to him, and he's like, tries to give his perspective on how he does care about the team as well.
Mm-hmm. All right. So this was when they're showing Nate's. Was this Nate's thing?
Yeah, this is Nate's play. Yep, Nate's play. And Jamie's like, "You want me to be decoy? It's like a joke, but luckily for you, no one thinks it's funny." And then Roy walks up and he goes, "I think it's funny. I think it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I thought it was funnier than Step Brothers."
Step
Um,
Brothers?
yeah,
What's
it's a movie with Will Ferrell. And I
oh
usually like Will Ferrell, but God, I hate that movie.
oh so, all
I
right.
don't think it's funny at all. I think it's so annoying. But yeah.
Okay.
So then they're gonna go through the play again, and Trent asks him if he thought of the play, and he immediately says, "Nope, it's Nate." And then he's like, "Who's Nate?" Nate is our what's Nate's job around here? Kit man. There you go, Kit man. And Trent's a little taken aback by that. But and then again we have them messing with Nate.
Right. So yeah. And
And then we have,
jump up.
so he's messing with Nate, and Roy catches him and goes to follow him. And now he confronts, and he runs into Keeley in the parking lot instead of finding Jamie, and just kind of goes off about how terrible Jamie is, and how Ted is tricking him into trying to feel things. And he's like, new gaffer's trying to make me feel responsible for fucking Nate, whose last name I don't even know. And Keeley's like, and he goes, "No, it's Shelly." And she's like, "Yeah,
So
I
okay.
know." Tricks him into being like, "You know
Yeah,
who
you
he
broke up a
is."
little when you said that, and Nate is like something. You said you didn't know his last name, and then you kind of broke off a little bit after that.
Oh, whose last name I don't even know. And she says it's Barnes, and Roy's like,
Oh,
"No, it's Shelly."
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
which is Nate's last name is Shelly, and she's like, "Yeah, I know. I was just testing you." And then he gets mad about it and kind of does an impression of Ted, which is pretty funny. And then she does it, and Roy's like, well, that was actually pretty good.
All right. So yeah, you are definitely breaking up a little bit more now. So just to
I
let
don't
you
know
know.
what to do about it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. The so these two, are they I guess there was nothing really more for this scene then. Just that little.
No, just a little conversation there. And they're friendly and everything, and Trent's kind of snooping around and everything, and they're a little bit here. And he asks Beard to tell Roy that they're heading out because they're going to speak to some kids at a school. And Trent's like, "Oh, what a coincidence. The day of our interview, you just happen to be visiting a local school." And she's like, and now we find out Keeley has come to give Rebecca a present because Rebecca helped her, and she's trying to be like, you used to scare me and like terrify me, and I was afraid of you, but you did something. Let's be friends. And then she's like talking about Rebecca's divorce a little bit, and how reporters are never nice to women when things happen like this. They always go after women a lot harder than they go after men, because she's talking about how in Rebecca's divorce they make Rupert look like he's such a good guy, and she's like the cold-hearted witch, even though Rupert's the one that was cheating on her the whole time and is still hanging out with women that he cheated on her
Mhm.
with.
Still hanging out. Yeah, you said you broke up, and you said still hanging out. So.
Yeah. So, and he's still with those women that he cheated on her with.
Hmm.
And she's like, yeah, the press are never awful to women. No one ever pays a fortune for a photo of a naked man in a yacht in Mallorca the week after his divorce. And Keely's like, that's really specific. That means there's totally a picture of you naked on a yacht, and makes Rebecca show it to her.
Right. That's right. Yeah. I remember. So, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
And she's like staring at the picture like a she's like, you make me feel like a teenage boy. I can't stop staring at them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
here's the
Yes, the school here.
there was also, it was a very minor thing, but she seemed to be upset about her pulling her shoes off there for some reason.
Oh, well, no, she forgot her shoes. She had taken her
Well,
shoes off, yeah, at first, and she's kinda like, that's crazy that you just walked in here and took your shoes off." But as she was leaving, she was like, "Shoes," 'cause Keely forgot to take them, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you blew my brains out with those beautiful breasts of yours."
all right. So here we go. It's with the school,
Mhm.
and they call him Wanker in this one, don't they? I think they do.
Yeah,
Or
one
at
of the
least one.
little kids does, yeah, and gets in trouble for it. And then Ted talks a little bit, and it's kind of cricket silence, and then he's like, "Well, what about your team captain Roy?" And everybody cheers. And then Roy's like, I don't know what to say to a bunch of little kids. Let's go hang out outside." Except or let's go outside and have
Except
a proper fuck about.
he said, except he said except, and he kind of broke up there. So.
Um, except Roy doesn't know what to say either. So
Oh,
he's
okay.
just like, "Let's go outside and have a proper fuck about." And all the kids are like, "Oh my god, he cursed." And then they go outside to play.
And this his niece, I think, or
Yes,
something that
his
like that.
niece. Yep. Phoebe.
Yeah. She a
She's in
regular
several.
on the show?
Yeah, yep. She's in several episodes.
Okay. I know, yeah, it's always hard to have a kid, obviously, in a show, in the sense that because they grow so quickly sometimes. So, but since there's only going to be 3 seasons, I guess
Mm.
as long as they don't space them out too long, I guess it wouldn't be too much of an issue. So,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So then they do a bunch of like they call them headers, where the kids are headbutting the ball, and then
yes, I would punch
Phoebe
him in the
kicks it
yes.
and nails him in the nose. Whoops! And he bleeds on the ball, and
Oh, right, right. I forgot about that.
kid
Yes.
like,
I believe
no, you can't. You shouldn't be able to do that.
So,
And then the principal's like, we've never had anybody stay this long. This is wonderful. And come back anytime, blah, blah, blah. And then in let's
so-
see, he's like, oh, that niece of yours was a real cutie. And Roy's like, enough. I've had it with your mind games and your stupid gifts. I mean, what even is A Wrinkle in Time?
oh, is this where
And
he
that's
asked
when
it?
Trent
Okay.
Prim comes in. It's the story. Yeah, this is where he asks. And then Trent's like, it's the story of a young girl's struggle with the burden of leadership as she journeys through space. And Ted's like, yep. And then Roy's like, am I supposed to be the little girl? And Ted's like, I'd like you to be. And then he's like, none of this matters. I'm just doing what everyone's doing, and I'm counting on the days until you're gone. Trent, you're a colossal prick. You always have been. And then him and Phoebe leave.
So, as far as the books, you said you'd like
That
to
as
know what the
well.
other books were. What did they ever
Hmm.
mention in later episodes what the other books were? Or
No,
just
no. Like
okay.
I want to know what all of the players got, and they don't tell us. I wonder if the writers know that, like what book they would have given to Isaac and Colin and everything. I really want to know. Maybe
Hmm.
I'll pose that question in a tweet to one of the writers and see if anybody answers.
Hmm.
And they go to Indian food. Now, Ollie, this is the guy that originally picked him up for beard.
This is the guy that's something, and you broke up again.
That originally picked them up from the airport when they
Oh,
first
okay.
got into London. He was the guy driving the car from the car service.
Oh, was it okay? Okay, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
And he's just like, I invite everybody that's in my car to come to the restaurant. Nobody ever actually does. And Ted's like, well, I did.
Let's see.
And
And
then,
okay.
yeah, this is where he eats the super spicy food because
Oh,
he's just
right,
like,
right.
make it for us, Emily.
Oh, you broke up really bad there. Make it something.
Yeah.
Make it
You
something. And then
make
you
it for us like we're a couple members of the family.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And now this is where they really kind of get into it, like, um, if you're from Kansas and you love Kansas so much, why did you leave to coach a sport you don't know much about and halfway across the world? Was it the money or anything like that? And they get kind of interrupted and everything. And let's see. And then Ted's kind of like, well, I mean, I like coaching and it's what I'm good at. And he asks what Trent is likes to do, and Trent's like writing, and he's like, well, good, because you're good at it. I love coaching, and I'm gonna say this again so you don't think it was a mistake the first time I said it. For me, success is not about wins and losses. It's about helping these young fellas be themselves on and off the field. And it isn't always easy, but neither is growing up without someone believing in
Mhm.
you.
All right.
And then, kind of breaks that up with, let me ask you something. Is my tongue still in my mouth? Because I can't feel anything right now.
Oh, I forgot about
Because
that.
it's just so spicy.
Yeah.
Um, and then he's writing A Wrinkle in Time to his niece. And it's all about, leadership and stuff. And he's like, oh man, and kind of realizes that about
You realize?
he's got to be the one to take the lead.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't remember. I remember when I was a kid, going
Hmm.
having A Wrinkle in Time was read to us or something. I don't remember, but the I remember is the girl goes into the future and there's everybody's like the same or something to that effect. I don't remember. Like
Yeah.
everyone's conformed to become the exact same in some way. Like she walks down the street and everybody's house looks the same. Everybody dresses the same, but that's all I remember. I don't remember the basic story otherwise. So.
I actually have not read it.
The other was there any as far as the leadership aspects was what did she do you remember do you know the story?
No, I don't. I haven't read it.
Oh, okay, okay, right. So
Yeah.
all right.
So then he calls her and he's like, I have an advanced copy of the article, and asks him to read it. And the article is titled Wayward Ted. And I like how they're reading this over, Ted going back and interacting with people in the community.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Do you want me to read the whole article out? Because I have it here in front of me.
You have what now in front of you? I'm sorry. I think you broke up a little bit. Say it again.
Yeah, see, that's going to be a problem. I have the whole article here in front of me, and I could read it out, but am I going to break up too much to read it?
Do you want to try what you did before? Maybe disconnect and reconnect again. Maybe see if that helps. First place.
Sure, I can try.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so bad. It's driving me crazy.
It seemed to work a little bit for a while there, and then
All right, let's try it. Let's try it.
Okay. So, all right. So Rachel is she's disconnected. She's going to reconnect again, and hopefully the connection will be a little better. So, for those, see OD is on there. We see OD. I'm not sure what your statement says, so sorry, can't read that. And then we had another one from Keel, Andre. Yes, Tom's can't read the name. Combat Gear Commander 89 saying nice, cool, thanks, thank you for that. So, and I see OD. When we'll get to our poll for this evening, I see you already answered the question, so we'll get back. We'll definitely read that. So when we get back to that later. So hopefully Rachel will be on in just a minute. There she is. Okay, there you go. So now we can.
This may or may not work. So let's see.
Yeah, you sound pretty good.
All right, let's see if it stays that way. Article title is Wayward Ted. Whatever you think of Ted Lasso as a football coach, I assure you the truth is harder to swallow. And swallow you must, because Ted is out there in the community, either bravely or stupidly facing the music. And it just goes through, and now Roy is at the club, and it goes through a whole bunch of different things. And yes, he's in over his head. He insisted twice that he didn't care if Richmond won or lost. But if the Lasso way is wrong, it's hard to imagine being right. And I like in this how once he says, remember, these are Trent Crimm's words, not mine. And then it goes into Trent Crimm doing the voiceover for the article, which I just like that a little bit here. In a business that celebrates ego, Trent reins his in. Ted reins his in. Sorry, not Trent. His coaching style is subtle. It never hits you over the head. And I like that when he says it never hits you over the head, that's when Roy headbutts somebody at the club there.
And did he?
Really? He walks in and he headbutts somebody right there. It's Colin. He headbutts Colin.
Yeah, it's hard. This thing jumps really quickly. Sorry.
It's hard to. Yeah, just there you go. Just blam.
So what was the headbutt for? I forgot. I completely forgot.
Because he's coming in, headbutts the guy to get out of his way, and yells to stop messing with Nate.
Oh, go. Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're even messing with Nate in public like that. That's really bizarre.
I don't think Nate's at that club. He just knew these guys were going to the club, and was like, had to get this anger out of him at that moment. So he went to the club, found them, and yelled at them about it.
I got you.
Yeah. So then we have his coaching style is subtle. It never hits you over the head. And then we have the headbutt, slowly growing until you can no longer ignore its presence. Whether that means allowing followers to become leaders, aka Roy. That doesn't say aka Roy. I'm just saying that. Or in a show of respect, eating food so spicy, it's sure to wreak massive havoc on his intestinal system. And he's very clearly trying to get into his apartment as fast as he can because, spicy food doesn't always agree with the stomach.
Yes.
And though I believe that Ted Lasso will fail here and Richmond will suffer the embarrassment of relegation, I won't gloat when it happens, because I can't help but root for him. So it does kind of...
Yeah, I was gonna say this article was this actually being spoken in the show? I forgot, or is
Yeah,
this
it's a
some?
voiceover. Yeah. So
Okay,
at
okay,
first it's Higgins reading it to Rebecca, and then once it turns to like a more flattering about him, Higgins tells Rebecca now, like, remember, this is Trent Krim saying this, not me. It get, like kind of like a don't shoot the messenger type of thing. And
mhm,
so then the voiceover switches from Higgins' voice reading it to Trent Krim's voice reading it. And it overlays the whole end sequence here.
okay, okay. And then this is her at the very end, Rebecca getting the
Yeah.
picture pulled, right?
Yeah, no. So the picture has
Mhm.
already been pulled. That's why they did the article. So like
Okay, that's right.
she got the
Okay,
article to happen because she couldn't get the picture to happen. And then this was the article that was going to be out in the paper. And she wanted it to be scathing, she wanted it to be horrible, but it turns out that it's kind of a nice review of Ted.
oh, gotcha. Okay, my
Yeah.
mistake. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, and so she's upset because of that. Now that makes more sense. So,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, and that's how the episode ends. Oh, kind
That's
of.
how it
Yeah.
ends. Yeah, she's her just her fuck.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All
So
right. So now, as far as relevance to this, I assume every episode is relevant, but I mean, is there a scale as to how relevant each episode would be as far as what's more
I
important
mean,
than the other?
honestly, like, I think with the fact that they're only going for 3 seasons and that they have such a tight story they wanna tell, that there are no filler episodes, there are no episodes that don't tie into everything else. There are no episodes that just are there for the sake of filling out a season. Everything is meaningful. Everything has impact on the greater story as a whole. So I don't think you can really say like, oh, this is relevant to the whole thing and this one isn't, because there really isn't much that isn't relevant to the whole thing. It's all really, really specific to the
Interwoven?
story, interwoven. Yeah, exactly. So it's all really connected, and like all of the moments are really important. And even like the little things, there are callbacks, there are things in the background, there are just so many details that you can see watching this show over and over and over again. And it's kind of like one of those things, it's like, sometimes they say, people build a video game and they don't just make this room for no reason. There's got to be a reason why it's here. Let's figure it out. So this is the same kind of thing. Nothing is here in here for no reason. It all connects somehow and tells a deeper story.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's cool. So, uh, as far as well, let me ask you this then. As far as rating it compared to other episodes, would you say this is any better than any of the other episodes?
Mm,
Um, how,
I really do like this episode. I think it's one of my more favorite episodes of season 3. Um, I think episode 9 would be my favorite of season 1. Um, this is probably up there as well. This is one of my top 3 episodes of the season, I think. You just get to see
okay.
so much of each of the characters, and there's development with Nate, there's development with Trent, there you can see a little bit of development with Roy. I really like it.
And the young Instagram model, is she
Keeley.
yeah, Keely, is she, well, she's kind of young. I mean, she's more not super young, but she's,
Yeah, she's actually older than most of the guys because
I was gonna say, because I said
she's
young, yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna say she actually does look a little bit older now that I think
Yeah.
about it, but
Yeah,
yeah.
because she makes a comment in one of the later episodes that when she was 23 dating a 23-year-old footballer, and now she's 30 and she's still dating a 23-year-old footballer.
Okay.
So, yeah. So like, a lot of those boys are quite a bit younger.
Right. I'm trying to. What her name is Keely? I'm trying to see
Keeley.
her.
Keeley Jones.
I
Played
don't see.
by, oh, what's her
Oh, here
name?
it is. Here it is, right here. It's coming up right now. There she is.
Juno Temple, yeah.
No tempo. Okay.
hmm And I
All
mean,
right.
I think the guys are older in real life. Like I know Sam in the show, Sam is 20, and in real life, the actor is 24. But so it's a
Okay.
little off like that. But
Yeah, usually you can get away. You can sometimes get away with that. So I've seen some shows
Yeah.
where they'll try to have an actor that's older, and then they try to show them when they're younger. They put some bad wig on them, and you're supposed to think that they're younger or something. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
doesn't really work very well.
Yeah, yeah.
So, alrighty. So, well, I guess it's hard because you've seen all the episodes. I guess you're going to give every episode a positive number.
I
So,
mean, yeah, I mean, there are episodes. I can say there are episodes I don't like, but not that I don't like them because they're bad. I don't like them for my emotional response to them, I guess is the thing. It makes me uncomfortable, which is what the writing is supposed to do, so it still did its job, you know?
mhm, I got you.
Or yeah, there are some things that make you sad and and like that's what's supposed to happen in this writing. You're supposed to feel all these emotions. So like it still did its job even though it's not my favorite feel good episode to watch.
Okay. Okay. So, and as far as well, I can tell you this that the show is still pretty strong for me. Since I've only seen 3 episodes, I'm still still like it. So there's not much more
Okay.
I could add to that. So it's a good show.
Mhm.
I would definitely recommend it. So
Yeah.
based on
It's so good.
based on what I've
I
seen so
just
far.
love it. And
Yeah.
they're setting up for filming season 3, so hopefully it'll still be on track to be coming out uh in the second half of the year, which I
Yeah.
really want it to be coming out now, but obviously they have to film it first, and I'm just impatient because I just love it so much.
No, no, you did say. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to make you repeat yourself here. But
No,
you
no, it's
said
fine.
you said that they released them all at once for each season, or did
No,
they? They do
no.
not. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I think they release a few episodes at a time. Like the first, I don't know, they might release the first 3 on the same day and then go like, then 1 week after that. But I'm not
Okay.
sure how they're gonna do it.
Okay, because there was a show that came out you may have heard called Cobra Kai, which is based on the old
Mhm.
Karate Kid movies. I got hooked on that. They released the entire first season at once, and then the second season came out. It seemed to be kind of repetitive.
Uh,
I lost interest in that one, but the but they did the same. What they did was they released everything at each season all at once. So
yeah, that's nice. I don't know. Sometimes I like the idea of one at a time. Gives you more time to like digest each episode, but also like in the age of streaming, we're all super impatient and we all just want it right now.
yeah, yeah. So,
You don't want to have to wait. You want to watch it now.
yeah, I remember when I was hooked on shows back in the couple 2 shows I was back in the 2000s. Yeah, I was definitely I couldn't wait. Even though I didn't watch very much TV, but 2 shows I was definitely hooked on. Well, that was Lost and Battlestar Galactica, so I couldn't wait and that took forever sometimes for the next episode to come out. So
Yeah. I remember I remember doing that with like watching Buffy
hmm,
week by
back in the
week.
90s.
Yeah. And then I also remember watching I don't know, I think it was Dragon Ball Z I was watching week by
Hmm,
week, and that show is so slow, like so slow. And they got to a certain point and then they just started over from the beginning rather than keeping going. And I don't know if it was like there were no more new episodes or like what was happening, but I just remember being so angry, so angry.
started.
uh
You mean they just didn't make any new episodes and just start
no, no,
showing the
like
first
I
one
don't
again?
know if they didn't have new episodes at the time I was watching or if Cartoon Network just decided that they were going to start over from the beginning instead of playing the next new episode. And I just
Oh, I
remember
see.
being so upset about it.
What did anything ever happen with that? Did they ever make some newer episodes, or how
I
did that
mean, I
work out?
don't remember on TV, but I've seen them all now on streaming because they did finish it and everything. But I
Oh,
just
okay.
remember being so angry about the fact that they decided to start it over instead of like airing the next new episode or whatever. And
Mhm.
I don't know why they did that. I really don't remember. I just remember being really upset about it.
One of the new shows I'm watching now is Better Call Saul, and
Okay.
that's been off for like a long time. It's been well over a year, so
Mhm.
it's been
Yeah.
been off so long. I don't even remember how the last episode ended. So it's like it's like I like the show, but not so much that that so much into it that I can remember what it is. So when it gets back into it, I'm gonna need some sort of refresher now to start looking.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's one thing I hate is when they go too long, and they that's something they never used to do back in the 20th century. Up to the
Yeah.
90s, and it's something they got more into in the 2000s, and now today it's like, oh, it's like
Mhm.
it makes me not. I'm not sure if I want to. Some shows I'm not sure if I want to continue watching because they take such a long hiatus there. So
Yeah,
it's just
yeah. Yeah, it can be difficult.
yeah, so. Alrighty. So as far as the show itself, I guess, is there anything else you'd like to add to this? To what we're saying? Or?
For this, no, I don't think so. I I just think it's a pretty good episode. And I really do love this show. And I'm glad other people are getting into it. OD's there saying that he started to watch. He liked us talking about it, so he started to watch it.
Yep, that's
Um,
pretty cool.
yeah, it's really good. I like seeing that influence there, watching it, because I really do love it, and I think everybody should see it.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, I'm definitely still interested, and so I will continue to. I will probably watch more, but I want to see how you and I progress first before I decide to watch another episode.
Okay, okay, sounds good.
So,
Let's
uh,
see. Let's look at our poll, see how people feel about spicy food.
sure, let's bring that up here. Looks like a pretty decent response so far. There's over 121 votes. Yeah, 121 votes so far.
Huh.
51% more, slightly more than half of the votes saying no spice at all.
Wow.
19 medium, 18% with hot as possible, and only 12% with mild. So,
Huh.
and OD left a comment. Let's see, he's the only
Yeah.
one so far. I like the spicy food. Spicy taste doesn't replace the dish's original flavor, so a little bit of pepper is okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, I get that. I like that. When that's a good point. If it's hot, but it doesn't like destroy the flavor of the dish, then that's great. That's a good metric. I like that. When it's when you can still enjoy the flavor of the dish even through the spice. Because then sometimes things are just so hot that there's no flavor of anything else. It's just, overwhelming heat.
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
I guess another answer we could have possibly added was maybe it depends on the food.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so
yeah, it
like
would.
some foods maybe you don't want spice at all. Maybe other ones you want a lot more spice. So it could
Yeah,
be
yeah,
so. But yeah, so
yeah.
it's pretty good. Alrighty. Anything else you'd like to say before we wrap everything up?
I'm just surprised that 51% is no spice at all. I thought that would have been I thought people would like a little bit more, but
Yeah.
more than
Yeah,
half of the people who responded, no spice at all. That's very
that's
interesting.
only 121 votes so far. That might change. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
we'll see. I'll be very interested to see what happens next time.
And we have two things we need to promote. First is
Mm,
NordVPN. So don't forget, if you want to help support what we're doing, we have a link for NordVPN in the description below. And if you decide to purchase the service, that helps what we're doing. I have used it in the past, and I do think it's a very good service for sure if you're trying to protect your identity as well as trying to maybe hide where your location is. Works pretty well from logging in from different parts of the world, watching
hmm.
different TV shows. Several people have said that you can watch streaming services from different parts of the world where that's normally blocked.
Yes, I've done
So if
that
you
myself. VPNs are
yes,
very good for that kind of thing.
yes. And so if you decide to purchase, though, it's a much lesser. The rate is less than half for sure. I don't remember what the exact price was, but it's definitely a good deal for if you get a. I forget how long you have to purchase the service for, but it's definitely a good deal for what you're getting. And it's help if you purchase that. That helps support what we're doing here, and also your don't forget your little. I'm not your little. I'm sorry, I didn't say little, but your literacyconnections.org. Did you want to promote
Yes,
that?
literacyconnections.org. We are a nonprofit organization that helps promote literacy in the Hudson Valley area of New York. We get volunteers to teach people how to read and write, mostly adults that the school system has left behind or had to drop out for one reason or another, or people that have just moved here or have been here for a while and still need to learn English. All our services are entirely free, so we rely on grants and donations from people like you. If you want, you can check us out on our website that's linked here and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, all of that good stuff. Sharing us helps. Donating helps, even if it's only $5.
Yes, and like Rachel said, the link is in the description. It's just below the NordVPN link, so you can click on that as well. And I guess any little bit helps. Is that right?
Any little bit helps. Yep.
Can they if they wanted to, could they do like a some like PayPal? Not PayPal. That's the other. Like what's the other? What's called? Their services
We
out there.
do have a PayPal donation link on our website as well. So
Okay.
you
Yeah,
can
what
go
I
through
meant
that.
was like there's some of these services where you can actually do like a subscribe for a monthly amounts. Like they could donate like
Yes. I have. I'm not sure if it's up on the website or not. I'll have to double check that. I have a Give Butter thing set up, and I think you can set up monthly donations through our PayPal link, but I'm not 100% on that actually. Let me check that out.
it was Patreon. That's what I was thinking of. Patreon.
Oh,
If you
Patreon. Yeah, we don't have a Patreon,
yeah.
but yeah, we do have a little donate link, and we also, if you want, we have an Amazon Smile account. So it's basically just buy things from Amazon regularly, except you go through smile.amazon.com and choose your charity. And if you do that, then a certain amount of all of your Amazon purchases will donate to our nonprofit organization or any charity that you choose. It's a really good thing that Amazon has done to set up.
Right. No. One more thing to help you with this. Didn't you say if people are in the area they could also come in and volunteer too? Is that right? Or
100%, yes. So we are in the, like I said, the Hudson Valley area of New York. I run Orange County. We're also operating in Dutchess County and Columbia and Greene County. So if you are in any of those, feel free to reach out. You can always donate. If you need to learn, you can always reach out to us and we will get you a tutor for free. I even have a math tutor that helps with the GED. So,
okay.
yeah.
I'm curious now. As do you get volunteers from all age ranges?
Yes, we do get volunteers from all age ranges. I do get a lot of retired teachers, but I do have some people that just want to help. I have some college students that are, coming in and helping for community service points mostly. We usually ask that people have like 6 months at least of time to be able to work with a student, because the longer you meet with somebody, the more you build a relationship with them, and the more sturdy the foundation of learning is with the student.
Okay.
So
I was trying to bring that up on the there it is right there. So
yeah, there we are. That's one of our classes. Yeah, and we have a little donate button. So there we are.
okay. So yeah, the link for that is in the description below. So alrighty.
Perfect.
All right. So thanks everybody, and we'll see you. Definitely check out this website and OD. But he says yes. You will
I
check
will
out
check out the English lessons. Yes.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Thanks everybody. We'll see you, and thanks Rachel, and we'll see you next week.